Yo, what's up, guys? TheInsaneGamefreak here to bring you Pokemon Best Wishes episode 6, season 2. I need to do that the other way around, but I always go like, I see here 2, and I'm like, season 2, 6, 7. Like, but anyways, the best way to describe this episode was like a really quick ass whooping episode. Honestly, there's only like 2 real fights here. No, there's only 1 real fight, and that's Cynthia versus Castella. I actually don't remember her. I don't actually. Is her name Castella? I forget her English name in the Elite Four member, the one. And I don't know. Through the fight, it's just a sparring match. It's not even as epic as I thought it would be. Oh, it's Caitlyn. Caitlyn. Yeah, Caitlyn. The match itself isn't necessarily. It's probably the best match in the episode. And I don't know, through the episode, I had to remember that Cynthia technically is on a higher level than Caitlyn, because I was like, why is Caitlyn like giving her all this praise and like acting like she's beneath her? I'm like, oh right, a champion's over her. A champion's over Elite Four member, even though she's not the champion of Unova. So I was like, well, I guess it makes sense. But that was like the best match, and it didn't even end in like an actual ending fight. I mean, really, the beginning of it is literally Garchomp is getting wrecked. Then you know, Garchomp is wrecking. I believe it's her Pokemon's final form is called Gothitelle. Okay, and I was like, I mean, in terms of a sparring match, that was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. Everything else after that is just ass whoopings. I mean, you have Trip reappearing and being like, out there, you're on some bullshit. Honestly, I think this was like the episode that just kind of reaffirmed it. If anyone else thought it was bullshit, that Trip is essentially Cheren. Because he acted so much like Cheren this entire damn episode. He still has like this loathing contempt for fucking Outer, because Outer can't remember people's names and is hitting on Cynthia, and apparently he just lost all of Trip's respect. It's just kind of like, yeah, that's Cheren for the most part. The matchups is a whole bunch of filler fights with like, and also just to bring it up because it's revealed in this episode, for some reason Belle and Kenyon aren't in this episode, but for some fucking reason Langley and Carbonet are, and it's just like, okay, so why aren't you two in the opening, and why is Belle and Kenyon in the opening? It didn't make any fucking sense. Also, I don't expect this tournament to last for like another 2 more episodes. And I'm just kind of like, why is it moving so quick? Unless they're going to have the Team Rocket side plot be more of a deeper thing. Or maybe there's another tournament we're going to get into, which is what I'm expecting. I'm not really mad right now. I'm going to be mad if, depending on where this goes. That's really where it's going to depend. Like, after this tournament, it depends on where it goes. Depends on how mad I'm going to be. Because I feel like, ironically, even most Pokemon fans who don't even like the Pokemon filler are like, wow, they jumped to the tournament arc real quick. We were expecting that to be the climax. Honestly, that's what I was expecting that to be the climax of this season. But whatever. So it's like Servine versus her Hidaruma, which is just rape. It was rape. I mean, damn. He was acting so much like Cheren, he interrupted Carbonet during tasting time and just fucking used Glare and Solar Beam. And it was just rape. I believe the final evolution is Superior and Servine is the second form. But I've been stated to be wrong on that before, but I believe Superior is the third form. So his Jonovi evolved, or his Servine evolved. And then you just have a whole bunch of filler fights with Ash and Den and Dawn, like just a whole bunch of filler shit. And then you have Langley versus Iris, which is still an ass-whooping fight. It's just a more indirect one, where like Dragonite is taking everything Beartick is just throwing out and then just wrecking it with a Thunder Punch. That's really all that it amounted to. But the thing is, and I think almost everybody expected this, Dragonite doesn't listen to Iris, and it's not even on. It isn't on like the Charizard shit or the Mamoswine shit with Dawn. It's on the I don't like dodging. Like, he has like the Shonen Jump way of not listening to Iris. Like, he refuses to dodge because he kind of has like the man's way of dealing with it, where he's like, a real man wouldn't dodge. A real man takes everything and then wrecks a nigga. That's the way the dude fights. And I like that because it reflects his personality, and at the same time, it's one of those things where it's just like, as a guy, I gotta respect that just purely off of principle. So I didn't mind. I knew that was gonna happen. The thing is, I don't understand. It's like, if you're not gonna listen to Iris, why did you even bother asking to go with her? It just seems kind of redundant. But you know, maybe this will be more Iris development, which she kind of needs. So I don't really mind it too much. I even like Langy's little speech after she loses, where she's like, I didn't lose to Iris, the Dragon Master, and Dragonite. I lost to Dragonite because Dragonite was the only one doing anything. I mean, I can't call that a dragon. It's like a Dragon Master can't be a Dragon Master when their Pokemon don't even listen to them. Which I respected, even though it just came off as... I feel like I've heard that. We've heard that before anyway. I mean, it was just kind of the same thing with Dorizu when they first met, where she just had a Pokemon that didn't listen to her. I think almost like half her Pokemon don't. I think almost like all the Pokemon she's caught so far don't listen to her. Like Amoga didn't listen to her originally. Dorizo didn't listen to her after the incident with Drayden a while back. And fucking Dragonite doesn't. Like, actually, Iris' theme so far is that all of her Pokemon, when she first gets them, don't listen to her. And this is like, wow, that's kind of bad. And next week isn't even going to be an episode. Next week is going to be like that movie marathon shit. And then the week after that, we'll get the new episode, which is the new episode, I believe, will be the only thing that was shown in the preview is that Iris is fighting Dawn. And I find it ironic that it's a Pokemon that isn't listening to Iris versus a Pokemon that originally, when it first evolved, didn't listen to Dawn. Even though I will make the argument, I hate to say it, but at least Dawn's made a little bit more sense because it was like, oh, it evolved from Poliwhirl, and you know, it didn't respect Dawn worth of shit. Whereas just like Dragonite, I was like, Iris, I want to go with you. No, you don't fight like a man. But then again, they have, you know, and the other problem I'm gonna have is I know she probably is going to lose against Dawn. I'm not gonna look forward to that. But she's probably going to lose against Dawn. That's what I'm expecting. And I guess since the next episode doesn't come out for like a week or another 2 weeks, I think it comes out like on the 23rd or some shit. I'm going to go ahead and mention this right now. I guess for next week, I will do a discussion on the my top 5 Pokemon movies. And maybe mention some things about the other ones. Because that's what they're doing next week anyway. They're going to go through the Pokemon movies. It's like a Pokemon movie marathon over there in Japan. I figured we might as well because I think I'm probably going to be geared more towards of a nostalgia horror when it comes to the movies than I am with the anime. In the anime, I'm a little bit, you know, more balanced. Like, I like Gen 3 and I like Gen 5, you know, even though those are new. I knew that was going to fuck me up. Even though those are newer gens. Whereas with the movies, I kind of prefer mostly the older gen movies, except for like a few of the later ones. I think some of the later ones are good. I think almost anything past, but like Diamond and Pearl and past that, just became like shit. And there are some decent Diamond and Pearl ones. Like I thought, no. We're gonna save all that, and no one write any comments about the movies for the discussion I'll post later. This is just about the episode. Episode was alright. I'm iffy about it. It just really depends on where they go from here. And where the fuck is Bianca and Stefan? Or Belle and Kingen? I'm still having that whole problem with like between English and Japanese names. But yeah. So it was an ass whooping episode for the most part. That's really all it was. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you guys for the support. I want to thank you for favoriting, commenting, and discussing within the comments. I do read all the comments and everything along that nature. So thanks again. This has been the Insane Game Freak. Life's a game, play to win. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace. Trip is Cheren. Agree? Oh yeah, that will be the question for this video. Do you agree that Cheren is Trip at this point? Agree or disagree? And if you do disagree, why? And if you agree, why? So, peace out.